Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you guys have been following this channel for any length or period of time, you know that I have been living in Jamaica for the past few years, okay? And it's probably been about 5 or 6 years. I would say probably 5 years, 4 or 5 years solidly, if that is even a word, solid. But kind of 6 years altogether. The first year I was kind of back and forth before I kind of stayed, if that makes sense. And I just wanted to talk about how those 5 years have gone, how am I feeling, do I have any plans to relocate back to the UK, and I guess any advice for others really who are thinking about possibly doing the same. So let's start at the beginning. So like I said, it has been about I don't know, 5 or 6 years for me. And the first piece of advice I'm gonna give some advice. The first piece of advice I'm gonna give is to have a plan. Have a plan. Don't do like me who didn't have a plan. I just came, and I've told this story many times. So if you've watched this channel, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you already know. But I didn't have a plan. I just upped and came with like nothing. I just came with nothing, and I guess made something out of nothing, if that makes sense. And here I am 5-6 years later, still going, still here, right? But have a plan. Have a plan. Think about where you want to live. Think about if you're going to rent or buy. Think about, if you need additional income, think about how are you going to make money. And I guess that depends on your age group, right? Because that won't be applicable to everybody. So yeah, these are things to think about. I know so many people that want to make the move. Like honestly, my DMs are full every day of people want to make the move, and they just want some help. And for most people, it's not even about where to live or family or anything like that. It's about what can I do to supplement my income, or what can I do for an income. And what I'm realizing is that, and I'm sure you guys are realizing it as well, gone are the days when it's just kind of returnees coming back who are now retired. They've gone and worked or lived abroad for 40 years, England or UK, should I say, Canada, America, to name some of the most popular places. They've worked and lived there for 40 or 50 years, and they retire and they come back and live. They've got their pension, they come back and they live. Of course that's still happening, but now we're seeing an influx of younger people coming to Jamaica and to the other islands as well, and to some African countries, and saying, do you know what, this is where I want to live, and this is where I want to spend the rest of my life. And they're getting younger and younger. I remember when I came, I only knew of one person before me who had done it, and it's a YouTuber called Anisha Adams. She's a young lady, and she's been doing YouTube for many years. And I remember being in the UK, like watching her videos and thinking, oh my gosh, she's so inspiring. Look at this young lady who left from Canada, I think after she graduated. So she's young, she's in her 20s, and is living in Jamaica. She did have some experience of going to school out here and having family out here, but I thought, oh wow, look at that. You don't often see that. And there may have been others, of course, before me, but just of who I know or who are on YouTube. And then there was me, and I remember thinking, oh, like, you're kind of young to do this. And it's not the norm, but I knew what I wanted and I just went for it. And now I'm seeing, so many, I meet people every day from the UK, like out and about, especially out and about in Ochi, who said they've made the move and they've moved here with their young children or their families. People are just getting younger and younger, and good on them. Like those people who decide that they're not waiting until they've reached retirement age to enjoy their life. They're going to get up and do it. And I know that's sometimes easier said than done, because like I say, you need to have a plan. Don't be like me and don't have a plan. Have your plan, okay? But thank God that everything did work out for me, and I'm still trying to elevate and still trying to succeed and do things and achieve and accomplish things. So have a plan. I didn't have a plan. But how do I feel? Today I was watching a YouTuber, earlier today, and she said something, and it resonated with me because it's something I've said so many times. She's very young as well, in her 20s, from the UK, moved to Jamaica, and she said, one thing Jamaica does for me is just give me peace. Like, it just gives me a peace of mind. She's quite a well-known social media influencer person in the UK, and she seems to be getting into like a lot of trouble in the UK, right? But since she's been here, her whole demeanor, her whole life, obviously it's a lifestyle change, but her whole demeanor, her whole personality, her whole character, it's just so much more calmer. And she says, you know what, Jamaica just gives me peace. And I just thought, girl, you just hit the nail on the head. Jamaica just gives me a sense of peace, all with what's going on in Jamaica. The noise, yes, the crime, yes, the violence, yes, the untrustworthiness of some people, yes, all of that. Something about Jamaica just gives me a sense of peace. And you know that peace is priceless. Do you know what I mean? Peace is priceless. Give me peace over riches and wealth any day. My peace of mind is so important to me, and Jamaica just does that for me. For whatever reason, it just does it for me. She's also talking about the weather, and a lot of people still speak about the weather. But you know there's such thing as seasonal depression, right? And I feel like the weather is like 50% or 60% of the issue. And I think waking up every day to the sunshine, waking up in a hot country, instead of gloom and doom and clouds and rain, it just does something for you. Like, it just lifts up your spirits. So I do think the weather has a major part to do with it, as well. I do think the weather has a major part to do with it. So I just feel like, for me, Jamaica has definitely given me a sense of peace. It definitely just lifts my spirits. It just lifts my mood. It lifts my spirits. And just also my surroundings, like just having nature so close by, just being able to, and listen, you know what they say, right? The beach is so close to where I live, but I hardly ever go. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got things in your front door and you just don't make the most of it. When people come, they make more of it than you do, like visitors. But just knowing it's there and just driving past it and just seeing the water and just seeing the sand and seeing the rivers and being able to go anytime I want to. I feel like Jamaica has enabled me to almost feel like I'm retired, if that makes sense. I'm not even near retirement age, but I feel like Jamaica has been able to give me a lifestyle where I don't have to do a 9 to 5. Yeah, since I've been here, my motto has always been work smarter, not harder. I don't have to get up and do, and the thing is this, guys, this is not to brag or to blow or glow or anything like that, because everybody's journey is different. I'm just talking about my journey, but it's giving me the opportunity that I don't have to bust my behind. I don't have to do a 9 to 5. I don't have to get up out of bed and feel, oh my gosh, I've got to go to work and I can't face it. I don't feel that anymore. And I'm pretty much free to do what I want when I want. You guys know that Outlaw and I have a number of businesses. Outlaw does his normal Monday to Friday job, but we have our businesses, a couple of small businesses that we run. And the thing with our businesses is that they're pretty seasonal, especially the tour. So summertime, like, for the whole of the summer, there's no rest. We're working the whole of the summer. Easter's similar, Christmas is similar, and then we get tours in between, right? In between those high season periods. And the same with like our land maintenance business as well. Sometimes it's really busy and sometimes it's quiet. And I don't mind that. And the thing is, you know, it doesn't always have to be hard work, grind. It doesn't have to be like that. And that's what Jamaica has taught me. You can do things where you can make passive income. You can do things. That doesn't mean you have to be on the go all the time. Now, I'm not a type of person that likes to sit down every day. I don't like to sit down and have nothing to do every day. And even if I am at home, I have to find things to do. That's me. I do like to keep busy, but I don't have to be busy to the point where I'm worn out. And you know, that's what the UK does to you. You just work. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the winter. You leave the house, it's dark. You come home, it's dark. You feel depressed. You feel down. You just want to be in the sun. You want to book a holiday somewhere. And when you come back from that holiday, you want to book another holiday. Do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of feeling that a lot of people have. That's the feeling that I certainly had. And Jamaica just alleviates all of that for me. I feel like I'm semi-retired. I feel like I'm just living the best of both worlds. When it's busy, but that's just for a period of time. And then it's downtime. You know, at any point I can go to the beach. At any point I can go to the river. At any point I can just go out and eat if I want. Like, the freedom that living in Jamaica has allowed me to have, again, it's priceless. And I'm so very thankful and so very grateful that I get to live this life. I feel like I am living my dream. I've always wanted to live in Jamaica from a young age. I'm living my dream. And I always say this: I may not be where I was, and I may not have all the materialistic things that I had in England, because I was comfortable in England, right? I had a good job, a good paying job. I lived in a nice place. I had all the materialistic stuff. I had the car. I had everything. I didn't want for anything. I was comfortable. I'd gone on holidays multiple times a year. All of that blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff, yeah? That a lot of people aspire to be able to do. I had all of that, and I don't have all of that now. Doesn't mean that I plan to stay down here. I'm working. Me and Outlaw are working to get to a better place, of course. But you know what? Even without all of those materialistic things, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so peaceful. And I just love my lifestyle. I love my lifestyle, okay? So that's what Jamaica has given me as well. So it's giving me peace. It's given me the ability to just be free. Like, just be free. And of course the weather helps as well. It helps as well. I think Jamaica saved me. I think Jamaica saved me. I really feel like Jamaica saved me. I'm not going to go back into my, you know, the old history, because I've done videos on that before, and I'll probably cover them sometime in the future again. For some of our new subscribers who probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like Jamaica saved me. It saved me. I just think that I was on a downward spiral at the point before I came to, well, I was on a downward spiral at the point before I came to Jamaica, and I just feel like coming here saved me. Just gave me a new lease of life, just made me look at things differently. It gave me a second chance. It gave me a second chance, and for that I'm so grateful. So will I be returning to the UK? I don't know, is the answer. I don't know. In the first year, and that's why I say 5 to 6 years, in the first year I would spend months back in England. I would spend like 3 months in England, come to Jamaica, spend like 3 months, go back, and I was like that until I just kind of dwindled it down, right? And even when I go back to the UK now, I'm never there for more than maybe a week or two before I start getting the itch. My mum calls it the itch. Yeah, itch. Yeah, itch. She knows me. She knows, yes, you're ready to go back. Because I never book return tickets. I only do one way and just see how I feel. And then when I'm ready to come back, I come back. The longest I've done recently was a month. I did a month recently, and oh my gosh, it was the longest month of my life. I went back again, and I literally did, I think I did like 2 weeks when I went back the last time. And it's because, anyway, we're not going to get into England. It just feels depressive to me. It just feels like this isn't, you know, when you have Jamaica and you live in Jamaica, I just feel like, nah, I want to get back to home. But will I go back to England, or will I go back and live in England? Who knows? I don't know what the future holds. I don't. And my preference would be to stay here for as long as I can, enjoy this journey, you know, make memories, achieve the things I want to achieve, Outlaw and I jointly together. But I am aware, and you know, just be realistic, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, and it may mean that I have to go back to the UK to live at some point. Let's hope not, but that could be a possibility. And you know what, if that happens, I might be sad, but I'll be okay with it, because you know what, I came to Jamaica, I lived my dream, I did what I wanted to do, I fulfilled that ambition, and if it's time to go back, or if that time comes when it's time to go back, then I'll go back and I'll live in the UK. I was born in the UK, right? So why would I not go back? Yes, it's not the greatest place, it's not Jamaica, but if I had to go back, I would go back. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But if I do go back to England to live, listen, I'm going back to UK with my head held high. There's no shame. A lot of people feel like when it doesn't work for them in Jamaica, they go back to England and they're like, gosh, it didn't work out for me, I feel like a failure, this wasn't the plan. No, you did it. You might have not reached all the goals and the things you wanted to do, but you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. you took the step and you did it. And that's what I feel for myself. I took the step and I did it. I've been here 5-6 years now, and if this all comes crashing down tomorrow, God forbid, but if it all comes crashing down tomorrow, I can hold my head high and say, you know what, Deezer, you did it. You achieved what you wanted to. You lived in Jamaica. That was the goal. You understand? And I did it. So like I say, fingers crossed that I'm here for a long time, God willing. But yes, I am 5-6 years later. You can tell on my face, right? And you can tell from my demeanor that I'm still loving it here. And yeah, there's nowhere else that I'd want to be. I've traveled the world. I've traveled to so many countries in my lifetime, and I'm so blessed that I've been able to do that. But for me, there's nowhere like Jamaica. On that note, before I go, I just want to say something really quickly. There are so many different opinions on whether people should move to Jamaica, whether they should stay where they are. Jamaica's this, Jamaica's that, blah 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 blah. Jamaica's far from perfect. And it pains my heart every day when I see stories of what's going on in Jamaica. I just don't get into it on my channel, because that's not what our channel is about. There's so many other vloggers and bloggers out there doing that, so you can watch that kind of content on their channel. But each to their own. Like, let's not make people feel bad because they moved to Jamaica. Because you've got the naysayers about, so why would you go to Jamaica? It's this and it's that, the people, them, you can't trust them, and you can't this and you can't do that, and blah 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 blah. And I understand lots of people have bad experiences, but let them be. That's their choice. Equally important for those of us who have moved to Jamaica, for those people who have no interest in moving back to Jamaica because they don't feel safe or because they feel something might happen, that's their choice. Let's just respect each other's choices. It's okay. Everybody's choice is different. Some people will never come back to Jamaica. Fine, stay where you are. Some people will come back to Jamaica and are here and never go back to the UK. Fine, you stay where you are. But let's just respect people's opinions. Like, for everybody, it's different. And also for the Jamaicans, remember, my experience is different because I've lived in the West. I've lived in England for a long time. And now I'm able to come to Jamaica, start a business, and do okay and be comfortable for myself and enjoy my life. But for those people here in Jamaica that probably never traveled before, life is hard for them. Let me say something. Jamaica is hard for a lot of people. Let's just be honest. A lot of people that were born and raised here who've not left the country, life is hard for them. And for them, they feel like foreign is a bed of rose. We know it's not a bed of rose, but let's not discourage them either. If they want to come to England, come to Canada, go to America, go to another part of the world, let them go. I feel like every Jamaican should have the opportunity to travel and see the world and decide in their minds what they want to do. So for those people in Jamaica, listen, it's hard for them. They want to go out there. They want to see if they can make life better for themselves, maybe for their kids. I'm not discouraging them either. Let's not discourage them either. Let them go out there if they want to. Let them experience another country. Let them experience another system. Let them experience another way. And then they can make the decision, well, actually, I've tried it and I want to go back home because nowhere's nice like yard. Or if they say, do you know what, this works for me, being abroad works for me, I'm able to do more for my family, that's equally fine. And sometimes I'm fed up of seeing these narratives being put out there. There's a channel out there, right? I don't even know the name of it, but there's a channel out there, and I don't usually do this, but and some of you know, there's a channel out there of this man, and all he does is he's a Jamaican born, he lives abroad, he just downplays and degrades Jamaica at every opportunity. And there's so many people in the comments that agree with him, and you know, his experience is his experience. He's probably had a bad experience, I understand, but he tries to down talk everybody. He tries to down talk anybody from coming to Jamaica to live. He never shows any positive. It's literally just a negative. It's a channel that is just all negative towards Jamaica. And I don't think it's because he doesn't love his country. I just think that for many of us who've had bad experiences, you know, but he just tries to turn people away from retiring in Jamaica, returning to Jamaica, doing business in Jamaica, and I don't like that. And whilst I understand the bad experience he may have had and many others have had, I think everything in balance, because let me tell you something, the UK is not a bunch of roses right now. Canada and America is not a bunch of roses right now, just like Jamaica is not a bunch of roses. Everywhere's got its good and it's bad, but everything in balance. Don't try to stop somebody from making a decision about moving abroad. If that's what they want to do, then wish them well, and if they don't want to do that, wish them well equally. everything in balance. Let's just be respectful of everybody's opinions and choices. I choose to be here. Some people look at me like, Amanda, what are you doing there? And some people embrace me being here. All about choice, right? That's all I wanted to say. But yes, guys, 5-6 years later, I'm loving the journey. I've learned so much, so much. I'm growing every day, thriving, and you know, I'm excited for what the future holds. Yeah, guys, just stay tuned into this channel, because we like to share our journey with you, right? Each milestone we reach, we like to share that with you, our viewers and subscribers. Yes, guys, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Please watch 30 seconds of the ads. That's how we generate a small income from when you watch the ads. If the ads come and you click skip, we don't get anything, right? So if 1,000 people watch the ads and they all skip, we don't make not $1, okay? So please even watch just 30 seconds of the ads. I know they're long sometimes and they're boring, but just 30, no, please, 30 seconds is all we ask for. Yeah, tell a friend about our channel, recommend our channel to somebody else. Until the next time, let me say.